Welcome back guys to my brand new tutorial. In today's video we're going to add a ability to send messages in our Django real-time chatting application using Django and Python. Alright, in the previous video we added a ability to log in, log out and register users. And now in this video, using those users, each individual user can see the message, also he can send it, and everything will be in real time. So when, for example, someone sends a message, the page doesn't refresh or other stuff. Like, you don't want your page to refresh when someone sends the message. You want it to update in real time. So that's what we're going to build in this tutorial. So let's start right away. So right here, let's first of all create a new HTML file called, let's call it room.html. Alright, and now, as the previous videos, I'm just going to copy all of this and then explain what every line does. Alright, so what we're doing here. So right here, we're just defining these blocks for the styling of this page. So right here we have the block heading, which will have this title, and also block body with this title. So we see right here, we're displaying the name of the room. So we're going to get a room by the that ID we talked about. So let me find it in the models. So we're going to get it by this code. So we're going to type chat/55555, and we're going to display a working room, and that has the name of the work, and that is what is going to display right here. And now for this part, and we're showing every message that is created inside of that room. So we are not showing the messages that are shown in the training room if we are in the working room. So that's what we're showing right here. And we see we will show the who typed the message, when it is sent by the hours, seconds, or sorry, minutes and seconds, and also what is actually inside of that message. And right here we just have a input tag, which really you just want to type the messages you want, and it has the ID of message input. Really important to put this ID thing, since you need to have it to use it in the JavaScript later on. And the last part for this HTML stuff is just this button that has the on-click send message function, which also is really important to put, because once you click it, this function of JavaScript will run and do something with it. Alright, and let's now jump to the JavaScript part. So right here we're creating this chat socket variable, which we are using to create and handle the WebSocket connections. So right here we're just creating a new WebSocket connection to this URL right here, which is the URL we created in our routing.py. So you see right here vs chat and then room code, and we see it right here vs chat and that room code also. So that's what we're creating right there. And right here we are just displaying whether the chat socket is actually connected. We just want to send a debugging message. You can really delete it, but yeah, that the actual connection is established. Alright, and now for this part of the code, so we are just receiving the messages from the WebSocket. So right here we are parsing the JSON data so actual website can read it, right? And right here we are getting the chat box that has the ID of chat box. So we're getting this div tag that has the ID of chat box, and then we're creating this new message thing, which basically has the same data as this one. So username, date, and also the content. So you see it right, username, date, and content. We're just appending that new message that is created to our actual inner HTML, which is just that chat box thing. So we see it right here. So we are appending message to this div tag, and then just auto scrolling it to the latest message, since yeah, why would you be on the first message when the last message is right here? You want to auto scroll to that latest message. Alright, so the next part is this chatSocket.onClose function. So right here, when the WebSocket closes, we're just going to reconnect it after 1 second. So it could close, for example, if you're AFK for a long time, and yeah, we're just going to reconnect the WebSocket again so you can use it without running the server again. This is just the debugging part, so if we got any errors, we're just going to print it inside of our console in the JavaScript console, right? So yeah, you can even delete it, but I will keep it for debugging really. Alright, and now for the most exciting parts, we are just sending messages in this part. So right here we have this function that sends a message, and right here we're just getting what is typed inside of that message input tag. So right here it is just this input tag that has the ID of that message input, so we're getting information from that. Later on we're just trimming or getting the actual value of that message from that message input tag, so what the user typed. We just want to get that and save it inside of this variable right here. And now if the message actually exists, so if the user didn't type a blank input tag, we just first of all want to make sure this WebSocket is actually open. So if it is closed, we don't want to send messages, right? So we're just checking that, and if it is, we just want to send actual message that has this username and also message stuff. And then right here we just want to clear that input field when the message is sent. And yeah, I forgot, this is a JSON object which we are parsing data from right here. So when we are receiving the messages, we are parsing that JSON data we got from right here. Alright, and now let's jump to the actual backend of this website. So right here we just want to copy all of this again. Sorry for copy and pasting, but I want to save your also my time. But yeah, I'm really explaining every single line, so yeah, I hope you understand it. So right here, this is really easy part. So we're just getting this room code from the URL. We're going to create a URL in a second. So we're getting a room code from that URL and just finding if the actual room exists in the database using that code. So for example, in our URL we can type a room code of 55555, and if that room actually exists, it will return a raw object right here. And for the messages, we just want to filter the messages that are associated with that room that has that room code of 55555. We're just getting the past messages of that room. And right here we're just returning the template room.html with these two things inside of the context. So we can use this room to show the name of the room, and these messages to actually display the messages of the room. Alright, and now let's create the URL for that sending messages. So right here let's create a new URL called chat, and also we'll need a str of that room code. So alright, so this right here, so in this views room code, that's what we are getting right here. That is what this str represents. And we also need to call this function also with the name of that function. So yeah, we're just referencing that we want to use this backend for that URL. And now I think we got everything. Alright, and I forgot one part, which is just installing a new package we need to use to actually run the WebSockets. Alright, so what I mean by that, so a normal Python manage.py run server doesn't actually have that functionality to run the WebSockets, so we need to install a new package to actually do that. So just right here type pip install Daphne. I think it is spelled like that, but yeah, just type that. And right here, once you installed it, we also need to import it, so, or sorry, just put it inside of our installed apps. So right here, and very important, put it as the first installation of this installed apps. So right here put Daphne. And also I want to point out this, so if you get this error right here, I'll delete this first. You should go to this ASGI thing and just type this, so import Django, and then put this Django.setup with this brackets right here, so it will actually resolve that error. It worked for me. If it didn't work for you, or if it won't work for you, I'm sorry, you'll need to find a other solution, but this worked for me. So import Django and then Django.setup inside of that ASGI.py file. So yeah, if I explained everything, let's just run that server, and we should actually see if it works. So right here, let's just run the server. Alright, I forgot to put the comma right here. So now we can actually run the server. Let me just clear this screen. So right here, you can type python manage.py and then run server. And if it worked for you, you should see this starting ASGI Daphne version and other stuff. Now, if it didn't work for you, you will not get this stuff right here. You will get the normal stuff, which is just starting development server, I think. So this will be right here instead of this Daphne thing. So if it didn't work, you need to rewatch the video or something, since you mistyped something or didn't do. But yeah, if it worked for you, you should see this. And now we can actually check our website. So refresh all of this stuff, and let's actually go to this rooms, and let me see what is the code. It is 55555. So let's just put it right here. So chat and then 55555. And we actually see the message I created later in the previous videos, this hello workers. And let's actually see, I'm currently logged in as admin, so we see it right here, welcome admin. So let's actually send a new message and see if the page refreshes. So let's type hello YouTube, and let's put 5 exclamation marks. Alright, and you see actually the page didn't refresh, so it actually updated right here. And if we check in the messages, this new message is created instead of the database, but the page didn't refresh and it actually showed. And we can actually check another thing. So if I go to the new incognito tab and again go to this page, and let's log into team user, so team right here, and put the message. So right here we're logged in as team, so we can go to this chat as 55555 and you actually see all of the messages. And let me just put all of this right here, and now we can type a new message. Let's type it as the team user. Let's type subscribe, and let's put a lot of the exclamation marks. Let's send the message, and it should update right here in the real time, also without refreshing the page. That's it. If you like this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment of this video. I made you a free PDF guide on how to help you pass the beginner stage and escape the tutorial hell. And also, I have got another great video right here on the screen. Make sure to check it out, and I'll see you in that one.